So we're here on the Thunderstorm edition of the MARR Rock Show with Chris from Station. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Hey, so first of all, I want to ask you about the new album and tonight's show, but I gotta especially thank you guys for playing our MARR Rocks for MDA3 show. Man, we totally loved it, and I just want to thank you guys for coming down from New York for that.
No, thank you for having us. It was a great time.
So I guess you got to play with some bands you hadn't played before at our show. Is that correct?
I think every band. Yeah. Maybe not Saints of Rebellion. We played with them before.
So, hey, let's talk about the M3, the M pre-party, and actually what we are tonight. So this is your second year down here. Tell us a little bit about this gig and how you guys got involved in this.
Third year.
Third year?
Third year. Well, we know Dave, who runs the party, Dave Dillman. If you look at the album, he's actually on the album, so we like Dave enough to do that. And, we've known Dave for a long time, and he has this party, and we love coming down, so you just keep coming down. It's pretty much as simple as that. It's kind of like, you want to come down? Yeah, why not? You got crab cakes. We don't have those in New York.
Now, last year you guys were heading out to Rocklahoma right after this, so what do you guys got on the horizon this year after this show?
After this show, we're going to go back up north. We have a couple of dates up there, and then we'll be heading out to Rocklahoma like mid-May. We're going to be in some new states. We're going to be in like Nebraska and Kansas and stuff like that, so that'll be interesting because I've never actually even been there. It's really raining.
It is really raining indeed. So, hey, there's probably a song in this somewhere. I don't know if your brain works that way. If you're thinking of
a lot of weather-related lyrics, so you know what I mean. So, like, definitely something about either drying my hair or the wind is going to come out of this.
So, hey, man, let's talk about the new album. I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic record. And the first thing I got to ask you is, how many videos are you planning to make for this thing? Because you guys have been releasing a steady stream of videos.
How many songs are on the album?
13, I think.
15.
15.
We, our theory is that it's all just about awareness, and I can sell the album effectively live. I can play the songs and say, hey, look, I have an album. Online, because of the world we live in, because there's no MTV that's supporting a band like us, then you have to create something that people can share. So we view the videos as pieces of art in themselves. We don't want to create videos that are just, I don't know, just like a static image and say, oh, here, pass it on. So we figure if we make something interesting, people can see it and say, hey, friend, see something interesting and hear our music in the time.
Now, putting 15 songs on the record, I got to say, in the modern day, that's a gutsy thing to do. Did you guys talk a lot about it versus doing, a couple EPs or see a lot of business? You guys went for it, man. You did a full-blown album. Talk about that decision.
No, actually, believe it or not, we were kind of limited in that we could only put 15 songs on the album. No, seriously, we've already got the second album written and everything, and we want it to be 18, and it can't be. So, unfortunately, we write a lot of music and we perform a lot, so unfortunately the next conversation is actually going to be double album or 6-month releases. So, I mean, we'll see. My preference is this, is that we live in a world where recording is actually so much cheaper than it used to be, so do it. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder what Paul McCartney could have done if he had the ability to go home and work with Pro Tools. Just in terms of quantity, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the amount, oh my God. The amount of music you can get out there is unbelievable.
So you've got two people with attentional issues here, like trying to talk to each other, looking outside at the rainstorm.
Well, we have the longest hair.
I was referring to me, not her.
No, me.
Yeah. So, hey, I think I asked you this before, but I know my favorite tune on the record, of course. But do you have a personal favorite? Do you have one baby tune that you were like more proud of than the others on that album?
I really like "I Can't Live Without You." I like the song itself. I think it's my favorite song I've ever written, and the way it came out, it came out the way I wanted it to, and all the songs to me came to life the right way, but like that for some reason has this special place in my heart.
So, hey, I want to remember and thank you also for the amazing donation that you made to our benefit concert. And I was really proud of who won it. AJ won it, one of the young men with muscular dystrophy who benefits from the camp. Tell folks about what the story behind that guitar that you donated to that amazing event.
Well, I donated a guitar that we used in the music video off of our EP. And I play Jacksons anyway, so, live and everywhere else, it's always a Jackson. I just happen to have that guitar and don't use it. So when the charity event came up and you said you were also looking for donations from bands, it seemed to make sense. So I'm happy that he got it because,
I have mixed emotions about it. I was bidding on it and he outbid me on it, so,
There you go.
So, Hey, so what's the rest of the year hold for you guys? I know you got a lot of shows coming up. I guess how long is it going to take you to make all these music videos? How many? Do you have any that are in the tank that we haven't seen yet?
You might see one soon. You might see two soon. Basically, the rest of the year is going to be touring. We're in support of our radio campaign right now because we're being played. We're at number 26 on the U.S. Loud Rock charts on radio. That's so cool. I mean, I'm just happy about that. Like, to me, we heard the song on the radio the other night, which was a special moment. But like, until that happened, it was just kind of a number. But yeah, I mean, we're going to be down south. We're going to be in Myrtle Beach like twice in July, which is weird, but we're going to be everywhere. We're going back out to Chicago in October, so we're already booking for probably the end of 2015. And at that point, album 2 starts recording.
So how's the travel van holding up? I know you guys had, that's got to be like the biggest, is that the biggest challenge of being on the road? The van, like keeping it going and moving, or?
Up until last week, it was fine. But apparently that's what happens when you don't pay attention to it for 2 weeks. No, the hardest part about being on the road is lack of consistency. I mean, everyone's a creature of habit sometimes, and they like certain things that you can't find in certain places, and it drives everyone nuts. The bus is the greatest thing because it's comfortable to drive in. We can blast our music because we have an 8-speaker Bose system, and yeah, it just makes it comfortable. You can do a cartwheel if you wanted to.
So what are you blasting the van? So tell me about the music arguments, if there are any. What are you blasting? Are you blasting? Who likes what?
There's never an argument because the driver always decides.
Is that the rule?
That's the rule.
Or is that your rule?
Usually if I'm driving, it'll be something lighter. But the one thing that we all seem to do is we like all harmonizing with the music. So it's usually either like Queen, or we'll do stuff like, once in a while, if we're really, really weird, we'll do some Beach Boys stuff just to try to pick out all the harmonies because it's hard to do. So it's one of those things that we also do to warm up to keep ourselves in check on the way to the gig.
So have you ever like rehearsed while you're driving? Like, do you write a song while you're writing?
We learned songs while we were driving. So we were driving down to I want to say Raleigh or something, and actually we picked up Dave Dillman on the way. Dave has actually gone on tour with us before in our bus. So we grabbed Dave and we're in the bus, and he's like, my friend just texted me and he wants you to play a cover of this song of I think it was I Hate Myself for Loving You. And like, in a band, you all know every song, but you don't know how to play it together.
Right.
So like, we're sitting there, I've got my little travel guitar, we're all singing it, and we just played it that night.
I saw you do that. We've told the story to people before. We saw you do that at a show one night, that somebody just requested a song, and you guys like, we'll try to learn it for you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You pulled it off. Is there one?
Simple Man, right?
I think that's what it was. Yeah. In the middle of something about You and Us in Bad Weather, because that was in the middle of an ice storm, and here we sit with this. Was there ever another story like that? A song that you guys just had what's the weirdest request you think you've ever gotten from a crowd?
So, you know that song from the movie Rockstar, We All Die Young?
Oh, yeah.
So we were Pat and I were up in Connecticut, actually looking at recording studios before we did our EP. So this was a while ago. And we knew about this open mic night, so we went there, and we just figured play, because never play enough. And this guy, I mean, maybe it's the long hair, maybe he was just really inebriated, maybe he really liked Mark Wahlberg, but like, he just screams out, and he's like, we all die young, and like, we looked at each other, and we're like, I can do it, he's like, I can do it, and that was kind of the start. So usually when we play acoustic, we don't plan that stuff out, we just say what we want to play.
So, as I conclude this, I can't help but notice that right as you said we all die young, a giant lightning bolt flashed down. So, with that said, I guess I'm going to wrap things up before we all die young out here. But, hey, Chris Lane, everybody, thanks for being here. Chris, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Cool.